Good afternoon, Skyline family. We're at game three, our final game for today. We're playing for third place. I've recently learned that someone that's in the championship already has the Liberty National bid, which means the winner of this game will also get a national bid. Skyline's going to get the first serve. Braylon with a good serve. We're playing the Fierce. They get the first point. Score is 0-1. Another point to Fierce, 0-2. 0-3. Spelling gets her first point, 1-3. Jay's back to serve. Violet with the kill. Score is 2-3. Jay with a good serve. Bryland with the kill. Score is now tied 3-3. Out of bounds on Fierce. Skyline takes the lead 4-3. Serve goes into the net. Score is tied 4-4. Violet with a nice hit. And the kill. Score is 5-4. Ashley comes in for Morgan, and Violet's back to serve. Out of bounds on Fierce. Score is 6-4. Fierce gets a point. 6-5. Morgan comes in for Violet. Ashley with a nice block. That's 4 hits for Skyline. Score is now tied at 6. Out of bounds. Skyline gets a point. 7-6. Addie's going to come in for Bryland. And we'll be back to serve. Score is tied 7-7. Fierce takes the lead 7-8. Fierce swings it into the net. Ties the score 8-8. Sarah's going to come in for Bella, and we'll be back to serve. They call that inbound. That gives Pierce a 1-point lead, 8-9. As Ashley and Jay on the block. Scores tied 9-9. Violet comes in as Ashley steps out, and Morgan is up to serve. Braylon Violet with the block. Pierce gets a point. Score is 9-10. They're calling that one inbounds too. That makes it 9-11. It's an ace for Fury. Skyline calls a timeout. Score is 9-12. Coming out of timeout. Score is 9-12. Pierce hits it right into the hole. Score is 9-13. Braylon with the kill. Makes it 10-13. Braylon will be back to serve, and Brylan comes in for Addie. Looks like Fierce was in the net. Skyline gets a point, 11-13. Fierce with the kill, makes it 11-14. Fierce tips it over the block. They get the point, 11-15. Jay with the kill. Score is now 12-15. Bella's going to come in for Sarah. And Jay is back to serve. Skyline hits it into the net. Score is now 12-16. Serve is out of bounds. Makes it 13-16. Ashley comes in for Morgan, and Violet's back to serve. Out of bounds. Skyline gets a point. Score is 14-16. Violet with a good serve. Yeah. Score is now 15-16. Nice block from Ashley and Bella. Pierce with the second block. They get the point. Makes it 15-17. They serve it into the net. Makes it 16-17. Addie comes in for Brylan and will be back to serve. Pierce with the kill. Makes it 16-18. Out of bounds. Skyline gets a point. Makes it 17-18. Sarah comes in for Bella and will be back to serve. Out of bounds on Skyline. Makes it 17-19. We're out of bounds on Skyline. Makes it 17-20. Again, out of bounds on Skyline. Makes it 17-21. Skyline calls a timeout.
Are we down 4?
All right, coming out of timeout. Score is 17-21. Pierce with the serve. Pierce gets it past the block. Makes it 17-22. It's out of bounds. Skyline gets a point, 18-22. Violet comes in for Ashley, and Morgan is back to serve. Jade with a kill. Makes it 19-22. Now the Fierce calls the timeout. All right, coming out of timeout, score is 19-22, and Morgan will be serving. Pierce with a block. They get the point, 19-23. Another point for Pierce, 19-24. Makes it game point for Pierce. And Jay with the kill makes it 20-24. Bryland's going to come in for Addie, and Braylon will be back to serve. Out of bounds. Not sure why they did that. Score for the match was 20-25. All right, getting ready for set number 2.
Well, Junior said he was wounded in. Let's go.
And Pierce has their lineup situated. Skyline has ours. Pierce will get the ball first. Score is 0-0. Pierce gets it through the block. They get the point, 0-1. They're calling that a double set, double hit. Another point to Pierce, 0-2. Skyline misses the block. Score is 0-3. Ball lands right in the corner. That's another point for Fierce. Score is 0-4. Sarah comes in for Bryland. Braylon with a block. Skyline gets her first point, 1-4. Bryland's back in for Sarah, and Braylon is up to serve. Ball hits the top of the net and bounces back. 1-5. The hit was out of bounds. That makes it 1-6. Jay with the kill makes it 2-6. And Jay will be back to serve. Bella with the tip. The ref is not going to call that as an up from Fierce. Skyline gets a point, 3-6. Calling that inbounds makes it 3-7. Dylan with the kill makes it 4-7. Aaron's going to come back to serve. Ashley comes in for Morgan. Point for Fierce, 4-8. Aaron steps out as Morgan's back in. Another point for Fierce, makes it 4-9. Hit goes into the net, makes it 4-10. Ellie's going to come in for Bryland. Fierce hits it into the net, makes it 5-10. Sarah comes in for Ellie and is back to serve. An ace for Sarah. It makes the score 6-10. Ooh, a hit goes into the net. Pierce gets a point, 6-11. Ashley with the kill makes it 7-11. Bella's back to serve. Out of bounds. Oh, upper ref is calling that out of bounds. Point to Skyline, 8-11. Braylon with the block makes it 9-11. Pierce calls a timeout. All right, coming out of the timeout. Score is 9-11. Bella's back to serve. Out of bounds on Skyline. Makes it 9-12. Ball gets past the block. Makes it 9-13. And that'll make it 9-14. Skyline's going to call a timeout. All right, coming out of timeout. Score is 9-14. I'll make that 9-15. And we'll make that 9-16. Skyline calls another timeout. All right, coming out of timeout again. Score is 9-16. Skyline really needs a side out and a bunch of points. Braylon with a tip. Skyline gets a point, 10-16. Aaron comes in for Ashley. Morgan's back to serve. Serve goes into the net. Makes it 10-17. Out of bounds on Skyline. Makes it 10-18. Violet's going to come in for Aaron. Jay with the kill. Scores 11-18. Brylan comes in for Sarah. And Braylon is back to serve. Skyline gets a point. Illegal hit from Pierce. Score is now 12-18. Jade with another kill. Makes it 13-18. And Pierce calls a timeout. All right, coming out of timeout. Again, score is 13-18. Braylon serving. This was either in the net or across the line. Either way, Skyline gets a point, 14-18. Skyline with the kill. That makes it 15-18. Skyline with the kill. Nice tip over the block. Score is 16-18. Pierce with the kill, 16-19. Pierce serves it into the net. Skyline gets a point. 17-19. And Jay's back to serve. Ooh, out of bounds. They'll make it 17-20. Braylon with a nice little dump. Skyline gets a point. 18-20. Ashley comes in as Morgan steps out, and Violet's back to serve. And Bella with the kill. Score is 19-20. Ashley with the kill. That's ties the score 20 all. For Violet. Skyline takes the lead 21-20. Score is tied 21-21. Ball landed just inside the corner. Out of bounds on Skyline. Pierce takes the lead 21-22. The ball goes into the net. Makes it 21-23. Brylan with the kill. That makes it 22-23. Brylan steps out. Sarah comes in and is back to serve. Serve goes into the net. That makes it 22-24. That's game point, Pierce. Pierce serves it into the net. Makes it 23-24. And Bella is back to serve. Jay with the kill. Scores tied 24-all. Bella with the serve. Ball goes into the net. Fierce has the lead, 24-25. Out of bounds on Fierce. Morgan's up to serve. Violet comes in for Ashley. Scores tied, 25-25. Fierce gets a point, 25-26. That was Jay with the kill. Scores tied at 26. Brylan comes in for Sarah, and Braylon's up to serve. Ball finds itself in the corner. Fierce gets a point, 26-27. Jay with the kill. Scores tied at 27. And Jay's up to serve. Brylan with the kill. Skyline takes the lead, 28-27. That makes it game point Skyline. Skyline wins the set, 29-27. We're going three. All right, getting ready for set number 3.
We're glad you're giving us the score.
And it comes down to this set. Winner gets a bid to nationals. All right, line up for set. Say Fierce gets the first serve. Score is 0-0. Jay with the kill. Skyline gets the first point. 1-0. And Jay's up to serve. Out of bounds. I'm not sure what that call was, but they're giving the ball to Fierce. Score is 1-1. Ryland with the kill. That makes it 2-1. Ashley comes in for Morgan, and Violet's up to serve. Ball goes into the net. Score is tied 2-2. Violet slips out as Morgan comes back in. As Ashley with the kill. Skyline takes the lead 3-2. Sarah comes in for Bryland and will be back to serve. Skyline misses the tip. Score is tied 3-all. Bella with the kill. Score is 4-3. And Bella's back to serve. Jay with a fantastic hit. Score is 5-3. Good serve. Ashley and Braylon with the block. Makes it 6-3. 6-3. Fierce calls a timeout. And coming out of timeout, score is 6-3, and Bella is serving. Giving the point to Fierce. Score is 6-4. Fierce with the kill. Makes it 6-5. They're calling it out of bounds. Line judge says it's a touch. If the stands, the score is tied 6-all. Pierce gets it past the block. Score is now 6-7. Jay with the kill. Score is tied 7-7. Violet comes in and Morgan is back to serve. Ball makes it through the block. Fierce takes the lead 7-8. Eric with the kill. Score is tied 8-8. Brylan comes in for Sarah, and Braylon is back to serve. Violet with a great hit. Skyline takes the lead 9-8. Scores tied 9-9. That was 4 hits on Skyline. Pierce takes the lead. Score is 9-10. Bounds. Score is tied 10-10. And Jay's back to serve. Out of bounds. Yes. Pierce gets a point. It's 10-11. Nice hustle from Skyline. Pierce gets the block. Score is 10-12. Skyline calls a timeout. All right, coming out of the timeout. Again, score is 10-12. Pierce swings it into the net, which makes it 11-12. Ashley comes in, and Violet's back to serve. Right inside the line. Makes it 11-13. Violet comes out as Morgan comes back in. That's out of bounds. Makes it 12-13. Sarah comes in for Bryland, and we'll be back to serve. Ashley with the kill. Scores tied 13. Sarah with another good serve. Sarah with the kill. Skyline takes the lead. 14-13. That's game point Skyline. All right, coming out of timeout. Again, 14-13. That's game point, Skyline. Serve hit the top of the net and bounced over. Skyline gets a point. Final score 13-15. That also means we got a bid to nationals. Congratulations, Skyline. Next games will be in Dallas in 2 months from now. We'll see you guys then.